Zoe Mama, did you know that every single ocean structure just got brand new loot, baby? Kicking everything off over here with the humble, simple shipwreck. We've got it fully on its side, but oh baby, we have the entire shipwreck, which means 3 chances at loot. No pun intended, maybe. Diving into this thing, the first chest, also known as the junk chest, all the way at the front of the ship, nothing. But our next chest, this one would be the treasure chest in the cabin. Oh my god, that's brand new, sticks out like a sore thumb. And such a beautiful texture. I'm obsessed. So that's a hit right off the bat on the second loot chest. On the third one, back of below the deck. Oh my god, it happened again. If you're looking to arm up your brand new Nautilus, Mojang has made it so you can find this armor all over the ocean. But next up, real quick here, we've got a treasure map. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Probably shouldn't be too far, right?
12 seconds later.
And here we are. Just a tiny bit of time later, it's that beach. So you know how structural loot works. It's not going to happen every time. But if we're lucky here, go ahead and use the chunk border trick. If we're lucky here, if we're lucky here, then maybe, maybe, just maybe, we'll get some new armor too. Whoa, wait a second. F3 and G, chunk border setting under the water. That box that is popping up, like down there and moving around that I can see, yeah, that's different. But there's another under the water structure, the ocean ruin. These things are so cool. Inside of just about every single ocean ruin, you will be able to find a lot of ancient loot that's now lost to time. But if we're lucky, I guess you can't win them all. So inside of those 3 ocean-related structures, you'll have the chance to be able to find any of these 4 different Nautilus armors. But as you might remember, there is a 5th one, the Netherite Nautilus armor. How do you get that? All right, so I haven't tested this one quite yet, but I'm thinking that inside of the smithing table, this might be the first gigantic overhaul. I guess kind of second. Big overhaul to what we can upgrade inside of the table. Oh my god. The developers. Dude, that's so cool. All right, I know it's so simple, but actually being able to upgrade other diamond things inside of the smithing table? Oh, man, this is huge for the smithing table. Dude, I am just so obsessed with this texture. Welcome back, besties. Hope you're doing well. The Minecraft Snapshot 25 W41A was a gigantic snapshot. The changelog for this thing, it's one of the biggest changelogs that I think I have seen all year long. Like a showgirl, hit that like button hard and soft for me, because we've got even more to the newest snapshot. Let's take a look. So interestingly here, inside of this update, the smithing table has quite a few upgrades. The anvil, on the other hand, has a few upgrades, but doesn't seemingly have any new uses quite yet. So as we know, thankfully, Nautilus armor, horse armor, no durability or anything tied to that stuff. Once you have this stuff, you have this stuff forever. That's good. But, interestingly, the workstation in which we can actually upgrade and fix things, the anvil, the sounds, listen. The sounds are naturally a little bit less loud. They're a little quieter in the snapshot, which is ironic because they're still pretty loud. The new Minecraft Snapshot overhauled the entire video settings menu. It's added some cool new explanation pop-ups for some of the new settings. Definitely still need some of the other ones to be here, though. Hopefully they do that next. But right here, we have a brand new setting called Improved Transparency. Now, this is a heavy-duty one. This will affect performance a lot. Long story short here, this new Improved Transparency toggle is all about rendering of, well, I don't really know what you would call them. But rendering of things like clouds or more advanced fancy things behind other transparent things. So when I take a look at the clouds through the glass, well, yeah, they still render and everything looks pretty good. If I go ahead and turn off Improved Transparency, go behind the glass, well, right here, you can see the clouds completely disappear from the view of the world. Now, it's not only going to be clouds, it's going to be the rendering of many different things behind transparent blocks, but whoa, dude, that actually makes the glass kind of look like almost maybe because I'm just looking at the sky, but it makes the glass look like a fully solid block that I just can't see through. Previously, the setting was tied to the fabulous graphics setting. Now you can turn it on and off no matter what. Now, I saw a couple comments about it. Some of the missing settings from video settings and accessibility settings. Yeah, so inside of accessibility settings, things like view bobbing, which was previously inside of video settings. Other things like the glint speed and glint strength, that was in video settings. Well, now it's only inside of accessibility settings. curiously, I wonder if this is a hint at the minecart update, because I don't have experimental toggles on, and the minecart toggle is just inside of this menu. Now, very interestingly, I'm not able to actually like toggle this on and off. It's just off always. But oh man, with all the speed and mounting stuff, minecart update would make so much sense inside of this update. Huh. Oh wait, now I want to take a quick second from our snapshot video today to remind you that it is Monday, and what happens after Monday? Well, Tuesday. Double check right now, make sure you're subscribed. You're not going to want to miss the next snapshot for this update. There's a good chance it'll be spicy. All right, and with that out of the way, let's get back to the snapshot. Now, last week, late in it, when we were testing out the brand new spear and all of its cool uses, a little bit of something interesting that I noticed over at the outpost. Maybe a glitch, maybe a hint. I'm not crazy, I swear. Time and time again this year, things have gone bugged and messed up, only to be updated a couple of weeks later with some kind of new functionality. Specifically, the Spring to Life update cycle, if you were here for it, had a lot of those different instances. Our new strange thing that's going on here, you can notice it with the banners. As soon as I look at certain banners in the game, they go completely white. But then I like look away or move just right, and the banners flip back to being normal. This was a bizarre little thing that I noticed when we were testing out the spear at the outpost. And it's kind of interesting because banners, well, for this new update, they could definitely be tied to a lot of different things. Whether it be banners being more complex, like, you know, if you've ever tried to make a banner and put a bunch of patterns on the banner, then eventually you will remember that they kind of max out and you can't really put any more patterns on the banner. This is a really weird thing and honestly kind of dated feeling. We can only put like 6 or 7. Oh, and it'll happen with the banners that you make with patterns on it too. So I totally feel like modern Minecraft would be able to support limitless banner patterns. But also, let's think about the theme of the update, the Mounts of Mayhem update. How fire would it be if we could put a banner, almost like a literal flag, on the back of one of our mounts? Maybe the horse, and maybe the Nautilus. In my eyes, this would be a really, really simple functionality to pull off. Like, let's say we have ourselves a tamed horse. You could easily add one more inventory slot right here for the flag that the horse is wearing. It would simply pop up on the back of the horse and kind of be like a battle thing, if you will. You know, you got a horse wearing a banner charging into battle, or a Nautilus. So maybe that's a little bit of a wish there. Or, also perfectly tied to this update, what about banner shields? As you maybe know, when you put a banner on a shield, it sometimes, you know, condenses down a little bit, looks a little bit odd. Oh, maybe we're going to see something coming soon. Oh yeah, and this weird bannerness, it happens when the banner is inside of your hand as well. Actually, this is one of the craziest ones too. When you hold the banner and you get the angle just right. Look at that. I have the texture for lava, shelves, and just random things in the game. What? I have never really seen a bug like this in Minecraft. It's pretty weird. Next up, it's back to the structure loot, because this snapshot actually overhauled a ton of different structures in the game, adding a bunch of new loot to find. Alright, so I don't know if this village has it here, but inside of dude, the banners are crazy. Wait a second, that one is animated. What? What even animation is that from? I can't tell. That's so weird. The weaponsmith villager loot. If I was able to find one of the buildings where the tools are made, you know, one of the buildings that usually look something like this, well, again, no guarantee here, but if I'm lucky, inside of this thing, I'll be able to find a spear. Kind of interestingly though here, inside of the village, you'll only be able to find a copper or iron spear. Back over to the ocean structures, inside of the ocean ruin, you'll be able to find, if you're lucky, a stone spear. Over at the beach, if you're a little bit more talented than I, well, you'll be able to find an iron spear in the buried treasure. And then, last but definitely not least, this is where things get real interesting. Inside of the end. Well, inside of the end, we have but one structure that is able to have a loot, and, well, first off, wait a second. This is one of the biggest end cities that I've seen in a hot minute. 3 of these big chambers, that's sick. But second up, inside of this structure, in any of the loot chests, again, if you are lucky, you can find a diamond spear, and you can have enchantments as well. You can also find diamond spears inside of the Bastion Remnant. But speaking of the Bastion Remnant, the Nether, and the Netherite, it got better. Alright, so I guess for this one, we'll start with a full set of diamond armor on. As we can see our armor bar, it is fully maxed out. Now, the problem here, when I start switching things out with the diamond armor, upgrading the netherite, I mean, because the armor bar was already maxed out, I'm not going to visually see much of a difference going on here. And kind of interestingly here, if I take a look at each piece of armor, even though netherite is definitely an upgrade, the only thing that really changes is our armor toughness and knockback resistance. But in one of our more intriguing changes that happened inside of this snapshot, netherite armor, the points of it have been increased from 11 to 19, but only in the body slot. Now, this one is a little bit confusing to me, admittedly, because if I take a look at the body slot, so maybe like chest plate, our armor toughness or armor, it's actually at 8, not 19. And so that begs the question, well, what else is in the game that is netherite and can go in a body slot? Oh yes, that's right, netherite horse armor. No horse armor. Netherite Nautilus armor. So it's hard to tell here because this stuff is literally brand new. Like, we didn't have it before this change, but we have 11 armor with the diamond one, bumping up to 19 with the netherite one. Taking a look at the horse armor right here, we have 11, and if I had netherite horse armor, this is where I would put it, and it would presumably have 19. This is an interesting and massive upgrade to netherite armor, making it distinctively way better than diamond. Now, this change has been implemented for everything that goes in the body slot, so maybe if we get netherite horse armor? But intriguingly, if the developers are making netherite better for the horses in Nautilus, well, logically, it would only make sense for them to make netherite armor for the player better as well. I mean, yeah, we might not get the same exact new toughness here or whatever, but right now, how it stands, if they leave it like this, it's a little bit odd. How we'll only have a significant upgrade for the animals with the armor, but not really much of one for the player. I think it would be a decent guess to say that netherite armor might very soon get a full buff for the player as well. This feels like one of those spring to life changes that foreshadowed all of the mob variants that would later come to the game in that update. Next up here, blocks. If you take a look at blocks inside of this snapshot from a long ways away, specifically things like maybe plants that looked a little bit more complex or whatever, they look way better inside of the snapshot when they are far away. Hey, wait, I can see right through the sheep from really far away. Interesting. This intriguing change, it has to do with the MIP mapping and textures of blocks, and it definitely has to do with vibrant visuals as well. So the snapshot, it had a lot of big technical upgrades. Honestly, literally enough of those things that I could have a whole nother video, like a third one, just talking about them. One of the craziest ones here has to do with textures and the new capabilities that are found inside of the files. Specifically, inside of the snapshot, our change is this one right here. All blocks now have MIP maps applied if enabled in video settings. So inside of our video settings here, the MIP map stuff is this MIP map levels toggle. I can turn it all the way down, which will turn it off, or turn it up, which will turn it on. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, right? But I think MIP mapping, I do think it has an effect on performance, so turning it all the way up might make your game lag a little bit more, but wow, do things look way better, especially, again, off in the distance. According to this changelog here as well, FPS is expected to be way higher inside of this snapshot too. But hey, now, it's kind of hard for me to tell because my FPS is already pretty high, but I mean, I can't lie, the snapshot runs really good. This one kind of throws me back to those days when I can remember snapshots would drop for like maybe the Village and Pillage update and it would be absolute lag central fest. It was rough. Kind of crazy how far we have come in only like, what, 5 years? A little bit more now? Oh, and besties, one final thing before we go. The Copper Cape, it's out now. You can get it. So right as I was finishing up this video for you here today, Minecraft went ahead and done it. You can now earn your own Copper Cape. You have a couple of ways to earn it. Now go ahead and leave a link to this thing down in the description if you want that tasty new Java skin. But oh my god, this might actually be the best combination of cape and Elytra transformation ever. Now, there are a couple of ways to get your hands on this cape, but you need to do it within this week. October 20th, it's gone forever. Starting literally right now, to get your hands on the cape in-game, slide to Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Create new world or load an old world. It shouldn't matter at all. And then, once you're in-game on Bedrock Edition, inside of the creative inventory, which, wait a second, is that different? Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and look up a statue, grab a copper one, place it down in game. Maybe mess with the posing, maybe you don't have to. Then slide into the character creator in the Cape Studio and, I didn't get it yet. I mean, the challenge did say something about breaking it, maybe picking it up and placing it back down again, so I guess you can do that a couple of times, flip into survival, whatever you want to do. Either way, the developers do not care. According to the article itself, you can use creative mode, whatever. Just place a copper golem statue down, and then you'll get the cape by October 31st. Keep in mind that you can only complete this on Bedrock Edition, so make sure you do it today. Today is Monday, besties, which means tomorrow should be Snapshot Day again. Smash that like button, subscribe so you don't miss the snapshot, and thank you all for watching. It's been me, Wattles. I'll see you tomorrow.